We're going to work to put on some Fender flares, pocket flares, that'll fit the AT4. I've purchased those from Rough Country. I'll show you those here in a few minutes. It's going to fit on all four tires, around the tires, to give me a little bit more room, give me a little bit more protection, and to eventually allow me to put a little bit wider tires on this truck. These flares come with all the bolts and all the needed hardware. You'll need a T30, Torx 30, and a T15 to put this on, and a 10 millimeter. And you can paint these to match your truck. In my case, as you saw, mine's already got a black thing around there. It's kind of the original one. I'm going to leave mine black just because it's already got that kind of a look. So I'm just staying there. It makes no sense for me to paint mine. If I had a red truck or something like that, I may do that. So what we're going to do first, being I'm leaving mine the stock black, the UV coated black, is we are going to install, and back this up, bolts. We're going to install all the bolts into this thing first. That starts with by putting these bolts through, and we're going to screw them into here. I kind of wanted the chromey look of the bolts as well. You could paint these black if you don't want them to show. I kind of want it because I think it's going to accent. At least that's my initial thoughts. You can always take it off and change them. That's definitely a possibility, but I'm at least going to try this first. They are a nylock nut on the back side, so they should never come loose. And there we go. And we're going to have all those chrome bolts, just like that, to fit on the truck. The next step on these is going to be to put this rubber seal on that's going to help keep it from rubbing against the truck completely, but I mean it's going to rub the paint no matter what, but we got to put this rubber seal on. So it's got a little sticky adhesive in here, so what we do is we peel this off a little bit, open this up, slide it on, and then start working our way around the fender with this, making sure that it's all the way on, so the best of the sticky will allow us to stick it in there. The difference of this stuff is I'm doing this all myself. It's a do-it-yourself type of project. I like doing all my stuff myself as much as I possibly can when I do upgrades to my cars. Whether it's this truck or the Vet, I enjoy doing it myself, and then trying to figure it out. Also, it's always part of the deal is saving up the money for the next upgrade or the next change. So that's why you see time between my videos, because lots of times I'm just waiting until the next time and see what else comes available and what the next decision is. Because in the end, it's all about what you want and what you want your vehicle to look like. I'm hoping this adds a little bit wider look to my truck. This truck has always looked like it's, when you're walking up from behind it, that it's tall and thin. And I think it needs a little bit more side beef. So I'm hoping that this adds that ruggedness and that side beef to it to make it, give it a little bit better stance in that realm of it. At least that's my hope and goal here. Look good? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off these little tiny mud flappy looking things on here. We got to pull a couple of screws out of there, and a couple of screws out of this thing to pull these off of the back tire. And it's going to take 15 torques. Okay, so there's two on the front side here in this area, and then there's two underneath that we got to get out as well. Comes. Gotta get it out from under that rubber. There she goes. Pull that out of that clip. Next we're going to just clean this up so it's kind of clean behind it where that rubber's going to sit. We want that rubber to have a nice clean thing to sit on. So we're going to just wipe that all down. Now, believe it or not, for this truck, there's no drilling needed. It's actually going to snap in and pull in against this plastic piece of molding that's already here and hold it to the other molding. The only thing we have to do is make sure that the dimple that's on the clip matches the hole that's on the back side of the flare. So when you see the flare hole here, we want to make sure that that dimple locks into that and then holds it. So there's no drilling on this truck whatsoever. And it'll all snap together. Put this up here, hold it in there tight, find that hole, and then get it to lock the two pieces of plastic together. Snapped right in. And we're just going to work through all of the snap slots that are there. What do you think? Leave some comments in the section below. Tell me if you like that look compared to what it was a minute ago. Okay, I have ended up putting these on, and then I took them back off, and like I said, it's all about learning, figuring out what we're doing, how it works. And what I did was I ended up taking and putting the front, the little front piece on the back tire back on, mainly because this did not look correct. So I ended up putting that piece back on, which is going to give it just a little bit more protection, and it won't matter if it's under there like that. The back one won't fit the way this rolls, so there's no choice for that one. But the front one, I did have a choice, so I put it back on. As with the back tire, we have to pull this back splash off. It's just not going to work. And under this one, not only is there the T15 screw, there's a little 10 millimeter that we have to get out. And again, we're going to wipe this down. This one onto here, but it's so tight, which is good. So I'm going to show you what I did. Is that one screw right there, you would not put it back in right away because you're going to hook it in, and it's going to be part of the holding on the front. And here we go.